Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Moorehouse Show. We are so excited to be back and introducing you to more fun people around the triangle. Today we are with Allison Vick of Little Blue Macaron. How would you like to describe yourself?
So I am a company that just exclusively makes French macarons.
Delicious ones?
Yes, they're always gluten-free, and I make everything from scratch, from the jams to the caramels to the curd. And I'm just a small business in the area trying to grow right now.
Yeah, we will put where you can find her stuff at the end of the episode, so hang tight to that, and you can also follow her on Instagram.
So how did you start your own business?
When we moved back to North Carolina in 2018, I had been a pastry chef in Austin for a while, and I knew I didn't want to go back into the restaurant field per se as a restaurant pastry chef. I wanted to do something that was my own project. And so after taking a couple of months to get moved in and acclimated, and fortunately with the support of all of our family members, I was able to start Little Blue Macaron by doing farmers markets. I didn't really know where to sell or how to sell, but I met a lot of people at these markets that taught me the ropes, like Melanie from The Sweetest Things. She kind of gave me the idea of which different pop-ups to participate in, and from there I started gaining wholesale clients and learning about retail locations that I could sell in. So, it was just kind of a learning process, but it took getting in and networking before I figured it all out.
Yeah, I love how you got involved with the community and kind of grew from there.
Yeah, start small.
So my favorite question is always about food. Where do you like to eat in Raleigh? Where do you like to take your kids in Raleigh?
So I've been doing a lot of pickup because of the pandemic, but there's also a lot of good outdoor spots. Like I went to Y Hill on the Boylan Bridge just recently for the sort of my first dining experience but in the pandemic. And they were just doing things really safe, and the food is so good. So it was really nice to have an outdoor dining experience.
Yeah.
But we've been doing a lot of pickup, particularly from Noodle Boulevard in Crossroads is so good. It's like a hidden gem.
Add that to my list.
It's the best ramen that I've found, and I've tried a good number of places. And this seems to be the best. It's so flavorful, and there's so many options.
Awesome.
I do a lot of carb eating because as a gluten-free company, then I just crave gluten. So I stop by Union Special a lot, layered croissanterie, just really anything where I can kind of get a carb load, particularly for breakfast. So
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Allison, tell me, what's your favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
Ooh, I would say it's actually my favorite part and the hardest part is that you get to kind of set your own schedule, but that does mean that you end up working way more hours because I feel like you're harder on yourself than if you were working for an operation that wasn't your own business. You know, you really are putting in the extra hours because you're very passionate about it. But on top of that, when I go home, I feel like I do separate my family life and my work life because I feel very fulfilled at work. I'm done with it even if I've put in a really long day, and I get to come home and I don't feel that stress that I used to feel when I worked at a corporate job. I just felt like I was constantly checking my emails no matter what because there might have been some fire to put out or something. And now I know I've taken care of it while I'm in the kitchen. It's good to go, and I get to go home and kind of separate my family.
You literally taking care of it in the kitchen, right?
Exactly. I put the fires out in the kitchen. Yeah.
Allison, so how's business going during this pandemic that we're still coming out of right now?
Yeah, well, so fortunately, being so small, it was a little bit easier for me to pivot than I would say like maybe some of the larger businesses that have been hit pretty hard. I kind of changed my style from doing markets and pop-ups, which I was doing every single weekend, to offering more custom orders that people could do contactless delivery or pick up from my commercial kitchen, and then really increasing my wholesale product. So coffee shops that are in the Raleigh, Cary, Apex areas. So I've pivoted a little bit that way, but we still have dreams to get a retail location of our own up and running. And so we're kind of working on that hopefully for the end of this year.
And we're looking forward to that when that comes.
So let's end on a fun one. I have had lots of your macaroons. Which one is your favorite?
Okay, that's really tough because everybody always tells me, I love this one. I always go, yeah, that's my favorite because I do have a lot of them. But I would say my all-time favorite is also kind of what I say is my signature, which is a blue macaron that has little confetti sprinkles on top. And it's a ring of almond berry jam or a ring of almond buttercream with a blackberry blueberry jam in the center. And that is
that one yet.
That one is my favorite because the sweetness is really cut by the acidity of the jam because I don't put too much sugar in the jam that the berries are already so sweet. And I'm able to buy a bunch of North Carolina berries during the summer, freeze them, and then make jam all year round. So to me, it's kind of like my really hyper-local macaron that I use as many local ingredients as I can. So
well, I'm going to have to try that one.
Yeah, that one's good. I'll make sure you get one next time you come by.
And so where can our viewers pick up your macaroons? How can they order them?
Yeah.
Give us the deets.
So if anybody ever wants to place an order, you can contact me directly at littlebluemacaron@gmail.com, all one word. And you can also find me on Instagram at Little Blue Macaron. And that's where I post a lot of updates about every Friday. I do like an update on where I've dropped new flavors and what the flavors are and where you can find them in coffee shops. But I am in a number of places around Raleigh, Cary, and Apex. So I will keep you guys updated through Instagram. And like I said, email me if you need a custom or a hand-painted order or just have any general questions. I'm happy to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being our first guest back. Now that the weather is nice, we can be outside and do some interviews.
Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to meet more people around the Triangle and introduce them to you guys. So thanks so much.
Thank you.